Hi Aquarius, thanks for joining me. This will be a general love reading for you guys from the 17th to the 31st of March. It is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Don't worry too much if you don't know what your Moon, Rising or Venus sign is. If you check the description box below the video, all that information's in there for you. Also, please remember that these are general love readings. They won't resonate with everyone out there, so take what resonates with you or for you and leave the rest. Also, please remember that time is fluid, so this could have already happened, could be happening now, or could be happening sometime in the future. And also, please remember, cross watchers, these energies can be vice versa or interchangeable, however it resonates with you. I'm really struggling trying to get your reading out today. Third attempt. Seems like there's some kind of communication issue, and it feels like you want to reach out, especially with this Princess of Pentacles. You want to speak, but there's some kind of blockage in the way for some reason. The reason I say that is I got all my words muddled up, I got the dates wrong, and yeah, I just couldn't seem to actually get to the board. Yeah, a lot of communication, and that's the reason why. Okay, so I feel whoever I'm connecting with them on quite an energetic level, which it could just be this is a reading for one person that I am connecting with rather than the collective, but we'll see what happens as we go along. So wow, look at you, Aquarius. You left a situation, you withdrew your energy and closed the lines of communication, and you are kind of regretting it, I would say. Yep, turn up in your own reading. And I say that because we've got the Seven of Cups here. The Five of Swords is you cutting and running. It's not somebody else's energy, it's your energy. I feel this is you and not the other person. Seven of Cups, reminiscing of what could have been, why you left the situation. Very sorrowful, very mournful. There's an amount of grief in here for what you have lost, because you recognise who that person is to you now through this silent period, through you being absent. It says a lot about the other person hasn't reached out to you. Once you withdrew your energy, they left you to it. So they have just let you do your own thing. Okay, so ooh, divine partnership. But you do consider this to be the partnership for you, even though you are nobody speaking to each other. You withdrew your energy and said, okay, for whatever reason, I'm not interested. Wow, okay. But you do want communication, look at that. And that's why I couldn't get my words out earlier. The Prince of Cups and the Princess of Pentacles says to me, it's been a long time since you've been apart, since you last spoke to this person, and you're not too sure how they're going to receive you, because you're trying to think outside the box. You're trying to think of the words to say to them, to start a dialogue. Wow. Whoa. Okay, so the Lord card has a stern word with himself, an internal dialogue, sets healthy boundaries to those that rely on him and says, look, I want to move in a different direction. But more importantly, has an internal dialogue, and that internal dialogue is you going after the wish upon the star. You feel divinely guided to reconnect with this person. Look, you've turned up in your own reading. Is a wish upon a star for you to reconnect, at the very least speak to this person. But you're almost like soulmates, and I feel that through that stalemate period, you've come to the conclusion that life's a bit crummy without them, without their energy, without their laughter. Whatever you shared with each other is a little bit bleak, should I say. The reason for that is we've got to look at that, the Tower moment, which is the realization that you want to reconnect, you want to reintroduce your energy, but you are worried because without them life's a little bit bleak. So you're thinking outside the box. Princess of Pentacles, slow moving energy. Okay, you have the mindset now of reconnection. But what can you do if you have both moved off, say, social media, if you connected over social media, or if you don't have the phone number anymore, blah, blah, blah? What do you do? How do you get a message to the other person that you're thinking about them, that you want to start a conversation? So she thinks about the words that she wants to say, and perhaps she imparts them to a third or a intermediary, which means friends may be involved in this delivery of a message. Okay, but there's an apology here. Look, accept my friendly cup, accept my friendship, please. That's what this card is saying. And this horse's head's bowed. So there is an apology in there. There is regret for just stealing your energy away and abandoning this connection. Because you do see them as your divine counterpart. You see them as a soulmate. You see them as a wish upon a star. You feel divinely guided towards them. They're always in the back of your mind. And you're working really, really hard trying to get there, trying to get this message across to them. Three of Pentacles. Working your way towards them. So perhaps this Lord card here, he does set healthy boundaries to those who rely on him. So perhaps, but only perhaps you're in an established relationship. And that's the reason why you stole your energy away and didn't put any more effort into this connection. But you want to reconnect. Look at that. You want to make this a solid partnership. You want to commit to this course of action, which is at the very least to speak into the other person. The Four of Wands does signify marriage. So perhaps you think that this person here, you envisage a life with them. This is the shoulda, woulda, coulda, what could have been if we spent time with each other, if we'd grown this connection, if we'd cemented this soulmate bond. Wow, Four of Wands. So Two of Wands. As soon as you do that, as soon as you make your minds up with this Lord card here of definitively moving towards them, definitively sending out, and it's only a tiny message, it's not a huge declaration. You're declaring to yourself here that life's a little bit bleak without this person. But the message that you're sending out is tiny in its essence because you're not too sure how you're going to be received. But when you get into alignment with what the universe has in store for you, which is reconnection and this wish upon a star, this divine partnership that you left for some reason, everything starts to slot into place. You'll be able to open your heart space to them and tell them exactly how you truly feel about them. So let's have a look. That's quite swift for you, Aquarius. Why did I say Aries? It's quite swift. Normally the backstory in your readings is the most important thing, not actually where you're going, because you're trying to remind whoever through these readings, and it's been going on for some time, whoever the cross-watcher is or whoever it is, the message that needs to get out to, you keep reminding them that you're still thinking of them and you are coming in at some stage. Okay. But there's a difference to this now. There's a little bit of a different... There's a lump in my throat, which says to me that you're very close to doing this, sending this message out. Look, swift communication. It's been a long time coming, but you're coming in quite swiftly, but friendly, but swiftly. You've decided now. Now's the time to do this. But you are guarded. You're expecting the other person not to be on the same page as you. So while the words that are being spoken or you're giving to someone to deliver on your behalf, while they are thoughtful, etc., etc., and friendly, you're still expecting, you're not revealing all, because you're just a bit worried that your heart space is going to be broken. Yeah, look at that. It's a connection from the past, the Six of Cups, looking back at simpler times. It also is a tie with a time that was simpler. So it says to me, perhaps college, university, perhaps this person has been in your life for some time, but you're looking back, however that resonates, but you're looking back at the past and you're saying, when I knew this person, when I first knew them, things were simple. But as time progresses, we accumulate more and more things, i.e. we have more and more heartbreak, we have more and more layers of the onion to peel back in order to kind of like regain this youthful exuberance from the past. It's about being in the moment. It's about, these children here are just putting grains of sand into cups, and it's about not having a care in the world, but just concentrating on the task in front of you. And that's what you want to do. You don't want any other distractions. This is why the Lord card is here. He's making a plan. He's saying, I don't want to be distracted by anything else other than sending this communication out and reconnecting with my soulmate. Wow. I want to be victorious. I want to be able to sit with them or sit down with them in a very physical way. And I want to speak to them in a very physical sense. I want to see the other person's face. That's what you're saying. You want to be with this person in a physical sense. The Two of Cups. Which is beautiful. Princess of Cups here. Does say, like I said, divine partnership, even though they are princes and princesses. It also echoes to me, and I don't know why, but it's just come to me. It is something from childhood. It's something from teenagers. It's a teenage... I don't know why they've given me that. It's a teenage crush. You have harboured feelings for this person for some considerable time, but I've never had the courage to speak about it. Speak to them. So these energies here, messages, swift messages, lots and lots of friendliness, a little bit of loving in there as well. Not flirtation, but just, I would say, unconditional love. And that's what you want to do. You want to come across as loving. You want to come across as caring deeply about this person, even though you have been away from this connection for some time. Wow. Wow. Okay. Just blowing my socks up. Okay. Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius, please? Yeah, look. You're just going to take a leap of faith, the Fool, just being in the moment. Forgetting about what is going on in your life. Your focus is on this connection, is on this person, is on speaking to them in very real terms. So perhaps it's not going to be an intermediary. Perhaps you will eventually pluck the courage up to actually speak to them yourself. This conversation going backwards and forwards in your head saying, I'd love to be able to speak to them, but I'm just a little bit worried. Well, you need to ditch the ego and be in the Fool energy, which is coming out of this nightmare here. Because if you keep feeding the ego, if you keep feeding self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights, the Nine of Swords, you won't make a move. You'll just keep feeding that negativity. This person's not interested in me. They've moved on. Blah, blah, blah. Time's passed between us. I can't get to talk to them. It's a journey that's massive. I have a lot of love for them, but if they reject me, I'm going to be heartbroken. You need to stop feeding the beast. You need to stop feeding this beast with negativity. You need to ditch anything, all thoughts, negative thoughts about this. You need to think about it in a positive, high vibrational way, which means just thinking about it from the heart. Don't overthink it, because you won't do it. You'll just keep feeding this negative cycle. Okay, so the Fool is just ditching everything, anything that's going on in their life. They're kind of like not focusing on it. They're focusing on a goal. They're just going to say, let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Let's send that communication out, the Eight of Wands, swiftly. Let's just do it. Let's just see what happens. Wow. Movement, which is beautiful. But don't fear. Don't fear what's on the other side of that communication, what's on the other side of that message. Don't fear it, because if you fear it, the other person will be able to feel it, especially if they're a soulmate energy, okay? The Hermit card. While the stalemate's gone on and you've stolen your energy away here, Aquarius, you've come to the realization that, okay, you know your part to play in the demise of this connection. You feel a little bit stuck, but you do know how to get out of that spiral, though. You can move if you want to, but it seems like you've been stuck in a situation for some time, and it's just a case of seeing how it plays out, or playing it out to the last second. The Lord card there to say to me that you were involved in a connection, in a committed connection, but you're breaking those bonds. You've waited till that connection's waned away, so it's come to an end. The end of that connection is you finding the light in the darkness, and the light is this person for you. And you've noticed what they mean to you because they're not there. You're not speaking to them. You're not conversing with them. You're not telling them about your life, or perhaps about this situation that you are leaving. But you're finally emerging from this solitude here, and the floodgates will be open. But during that very solitary journey of shutting down lines of communication and keeping all your business to yourself, you've realised you want this person back in your life. So the High Priest here, okay, make small incremental routine changes in order to bring about a different result in his life. Okay, so you are routinely changing whatever it could be, but you're making adjustments in your 3D setting in order for you to fully focus on this connection now. So it's not really on this connection because it's dissipating. So those routine incremental changes could be change of location, could be change of job, it could be mind, your psychological aspects. It's a lot of healing with the Hermit card there. So it says to me a lot about changing your perspectives, your psychology and your heart space. And look, lots of communication. Princess of Swords now. So eloquent use of language. So the language that you do use in order to reconnect is going to be thoughtful. It is going to be fluffy. It is going to be friendly. It is going to hide a truth. Because the Princess of Swords expresses herself in such a way, okay, she does it in a very fluffy way. So the truth will be in these messages, but it will be shrouded by all of this gorgeous love and fluffiness and this thoughtfulness here. Wow. The truth is you love this person. Yeah, look at that. It's a little bit, my gosh, there's loads of communication. Lots and lots and lots of it. So the truth, eloquent use of language, comes in quite swift though, can seem a little bit cold, but she's not, because the words that she says, although they're truthful, they're not cutting, they're almost like wrapped in cotton wool, if you know what I mean. Long time coming, very thoughtful, very friendly, loving energy, a cup of apology, little bit of resistance from you. You don't want to open the floodgates yet, so it's a lots and lots and lots of communication, and then finally letting the cat out of the bag because you do like them. You do find them attractive. The Prince of Wands comes in quite swiftly. A little bit jovial, a little bit sassy. Hi, how are you doing? I've been away for ages. This is what's been going on in my sphere. Lots and lots and lots of growth. Lots of truth, lots of love. But it's steady as well. With these energies here, we've got the Princess and the Prince of Pentacles. We've got the same suits. That's crackers. It is grounded. It's fluid communication. It is stable communication. It's a conversation that you want to continue. You want to continually converse with this person. Because it seemed like you just didn't do that in the beginning. So it's continuation of conversations. It's being invested in the other person. And being invested on a love level, a friendly level, and a truthful level as well. So it's spilling the beans, but over multiple messages. Wow, yeah. Yeah, and finally revealing what's in your heart, the High Priestess. Just when the time's right. And I feel that whatever period you are in your life, or whatever stage that you've got to, Aquarius, that kind of barren, desolate part is over and done with. You didn't want any interference from outsiders. You didn't want anybody else to know about what's been going on in your life for some reason. I think it's got to do with divorce, and it feels like that. It feels like there's a finality about this situation that you're emerging from. So the Three of Wands, you were waiting, you expecting this person here, whoever they are, and however your connection broke down, but it is with you withdrawing. You're looking out there wistfully, waiting for them to come back in, waiting for them to spark a dialogue. So it says to me that this person here, who is on your mind, who you consider to be a soulmate energy, is the one that continued the conversations. Was the person that reached out, was the person that was asking if you were okay, and then you suddenly left. And look at that. So at the very least, you want to speak to this person again, the Six of Wands. You want to spill the beans. You want to reveal what's in your heart with that High Priestess energy. No more. And there's the strength here. The strength to carry on. The strength to keep this in your mind, in your heart. The strength to forgive the other person because they're not speaking to you, because you recognise you shut the lines of communication down and left them out in the cold. And perhaps they'd got to the stage where they thought, enough's enough. If they don't want me, you know, the door's always open for you, but if you don't want me to communicate, if you won't reciprocate, then that's fair enough. I'll just leave you to it. So it's kindness and compassion. Even though you're waiting for the other person to come back in, they're not. You understand why they're not. And yeah, getting yourself straight. So, Lord card. Setting healthy boundaries to those who rely on you, leaving whatever this connection is dissipating. You're cooking up this gorgeous potion of equilibrium. So you are changing your psychology, your heart space and your head space, especially with that High Priest. You're coming at this in a completely different way because you're forthcoming to the other person. Yeah, shutting them out. Four of Cups. I can see you on the ledge, my soulmate, but I can't interact with you. I must sit in misery, even though I know that you're there. I need to bide my time almost. Wow. So it does feel like divorce, because I think, I've never been divorced, but in divorce proceedings, I think, or separation, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never been through it, yeah, don't you have like a cooling off period where, it sounds really harsh, doesn't it? A cooling off period where you can't be seen to be starting another relationship because it may impact on the financial side of a breakup of a committed relationship, especially if it's marriage. I'm sure that's how it works. Yeah, look, too many energies. Three of Swords, too many people, too many options. So this person, I feel, whoever they are, was an option at some stage. And it seems like they were very invested in the connection, but you weren't that bothered about it. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. 10 of Wands, what a massive burden. Massive burden here, because this is my soulmate and I can't get to them, I can't converse with them. Or a massive burden having too many options, too many energies. Because this relationship here, you're still thinking about it, so it does have an impact on your psychology, even if you're in, say, a committed relationship, because your mind and heart is still with this one here. So it is the 10 of Wands, it is a burden. So what are you doing? Oh, Aquarius, you're sending out signs and synchronicities into the universe. You're telling your other half, your divine partner, the person that you consider to be a soulmate, you're telling them energetically, I am still here. Do not worry. I will come in at some stage. So the other person is going to see lots and lots and lots of repeating numbers, things associated with you, Aquarius. So we'll see your name, a genre of music, whatever you shared or they associate with the time that you shared with each other. They will see these in abundance, especially with the High Priest here. So you are actively calling this person in. But through all of this period here and getting yourself straight with that Lord card and this equilibrium here, the Freyja card, you've got all the resources moving forward. You are straight psychologically, more importantly, emotionally. So you've matured in your perception, in your psychological aspects. You've matured in your heart because you want to focus on this one now. And it looks like you've got everything. So career, finances, all of those things that are on the peripherals, apart from love, you have in abundance. The only thing that you are missing, Aquarius, is your soulmate. Wow. Wow. Okay. It's gone so silent in this room now. Yeah, it's the only thing that's missing. It's a missing part of the puzzle. Wow. Okay. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Anything else? Anything else for Aquarius? It feels like there's a pin. I could hear a pin drop in this room. Wow. No, that's it. That is it. Wow. Okay. So, the missing part of the puzzle. I wonder if I'm going to use that as a title, actually. Probably. So I'm just going to have a look and see if I can connect with the other person that you want to go towards, that you don't have any communication with, that you do consider to be your soulmate. Okay. So how does the other person feel about Aquarius, please? How does the other person feel about Aquarius? This soulmate energy, how do they feel about Aquarius? Oh, look at that. So you're both in kind of like the same energy, because they've got the Dreamer card here, which is just taking a leap of faith. So I feel that when you open those lines of mature communication, even though it's got a little bit of sass in there, a little bit of high octane, you know, silliness, as well as love, as well as the truth, as well as keeping those conversations going, I feel this person here will or wants to take a leap of faith on this. They want to believe in you. So we've got here, leap of faith, follow your dreams. So this other person does consider you, I feel, to be a dream to be with. It's kind of like, yeah, where have you been? Look, where have you been? The 10 of Air, the end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better. Recovering from an addiction. The addiction is for them, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Because you left without explaining to them exactly where you were going, what was going on, what you were doing. So this person here has just questioned it. And I feel that over time, that has probably dissipated. It's dissipated. But they couldn't come towards you because they know something's off. You shutting down everything, all lines of communication, they can't find you. So they know that you've gone into hermit mode. They know that they shouldn't reach out. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So they've had to go around their daily business. They want to reach out, but it's just too much. They understand wherever you have been or what situation you've been in. You wanted to keep it private. So, yeah. They've just left you to it. So the Knight of Air, they are matching you. When you send that communication out, they're a little bit worried as well. They're like, why, they're communicating with me again, but I don't want to let too much out of the bag. I want to reciprocate the communication, but I still feel a little bit guarded because, you know, I want this to be a reality. The Fool card here. So there is a little bit of worry even in these messages. Events that occur with great speed, you're coming in quite quickly after a period of just non-existence. There's no communication whatsoever. So this person here is having to kind of like choose how they speak to you. But look at that. A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic ability. So I feel that you do have this energetic bond between both of you. Both of you can feel each other's energy, especially if you're a soulmate, twin flame, whatever you want to brand it. It's still a soul connection. It's a soul connection. They knew that there was something wrong, and that's why they didn't reach out. But they also know that you're a bit worried about the communication. They're very intuitive, I think, very empathetic. So they're just going to see how it goes. Yeah, look at that, Knight of Water. What's this? A lot of emotion for you, Aquarius. Falling in love. Or wedding proposals. You've got the marriage card. Perhaps you do see this being a committed situation. You're telling the other person, look, I really want something that's solid. I want something that's committed with you. Well, this person here is falling in love all over again with you, I feel. The need to balance their emotions, though, like I said, they're going to have to see how this pans out. They can't come in really swiftly and say, I love you, because that would be wrong. If you've had a period of distance between you, not speaking, non-communication, you're going to have to see how the relationship, the connection develops. Because let's face it, guys, we all change. But they are willing, look at that, they want to give, or they want you both to experience a brand new, passionate situation between both of you. Because I don't think each of you have explored this connection on that level. I think you both love each other, but I don't think you've ever encountered or spoken about the love that you have for each other. Change your life now. So when you come in, Aquarius, and you have all the resources to move forward and you want to focus on this one here, this person here is going to be like, oh my giddy aunt. Everything is going to change for them. But they're willing to see if that is a possibility through this communication that you're sending out. And look at this, Two of Water, a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, a positive resolution of a conflict. So they want to be able to converse with you again, and both of you got the Six of Fire. You've got the Six of Wands, they've got the Six of Fire. So both of you want to be victorious in being able to start a brand new situation with each other. A lot about truth, a lot about revealing what's in your hearts and minds. But I feel that you already know that. because of that energetic bond. So it's just a verbal and physical confirmation of that energy, that energetic bond that you share between both of you. Yeah, look at that. Commitment. So they want something that has a lot of passion in. They're willing to work on it. They're willing to offer you a brand new start. Something that is very committed, that has a lot of growth in there, has a lot of passion, that is brand new. Beautiful. And look at that. Which is the Ten of Earths. A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things, which is just focusing on what's important. And the thing that's important for both of you is the other person. It's creating this, cementing this energetic bond, this soul contract that you have between both of you. And it's bringing it into the 3D rather than it just residing on the 5D, which is, you know, where our hopes, dreams, whatever you want to call, that's where we bob off when we go to sleep. It's a whole different... oh, so many things happen on the 5D rather than the 3D, you know. So perhaps you are married in the 5D, I don't know. So, this person here, a lot of energy moving, a lot of passion, a lot of re-sparking, a lot of va-va-voom, they're back in. And yeah, let's move on to something that is solid, something that has passion. So, perhaps they are leaving something in order to create a brand new situation with you, because we've got here spiritual and emotional growth, the search for something more meaningful. So perhaps where they are is not filled with the love that they find they have with you on an energetic level. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But you can have unconditional love for people and not be in a physical relationship with them. That's what soul contracts are. That's what soul bonds are. Amazing, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, it's all about energy. It's all about frequency. It's all about how you vibrate. Seriously. That's what it boils down to. All this stuff here, these, you know, these candles, this 3D stuff, you know, my bangles, I don't know, my jewelry, whatever. It means nothing. Means nothing. What is more important is humanity. It's the love that we have for each other, and matching each other's vibrational level in order to get the best out of our relationships. How to change our psychology, how to change our perception of the 3D, because none of this matters at the end of the day. None of it does. The most important things that I will say in life, and you realise this as you get older, okay, is love, forgiveness, kindness, compassion, family. And that includes furry animals too. But they're the most important things. If you have none of that, you know, if you can't forgive, it's a pretty, you know, you need to be able to do that. At the end of days, when we all sit there in that chair or whatever we do, when we pass, we don't actually pass, we come back because energy's renewed. We reflect on life, and, you know, we all want to go out with kind of like a clean slate, I would say. So you must be able in this life to be able to not forget, but forgive. I think that's the biggest thing. It's not forgetting what people have done to you, but having the strength of character to forgive. And it's not a weakness. It is not a weakness. It's probably the most powerful emotion that you can have. It is not soft. You can be the most spiritual person, curse and, you know, drink, smoke, whatever, you know. It comes from good intentions. It's about how you, if you go through life as this, lovely energy here. The Nine of Swords, you'll never get anything out of your situations. You'll still be worried. You'll still be feeding the ego. You'll still be feeding the beast of negativity. It doesn't mean, okay, full-heartedly accept everything that everybody gives to you, because that's not wise either. The Hermit sifts through all of that, knows who they want in their life, sees the light at the end of a tunnel, finds the light in the darkness. Okay, so forgive. Never forget, but forgive. Okay, no, they've got the same as you. The Magician, they are calling you in. You are both on the same vibrational level, which means that for me as a reader of energy, you're both at that prime spot. Both of you are in alignment with each other. This will work because both of you are asking the universe to connect you to each other. So perhaps, I don't know, if you've got no communication, what do? Do you have a and say you've got guides or spirits, you know, you ask the universe to work on your behalf. That's what you do. So this communication here could be that energetic communication between both of you. Lots of it, to-ing and fro-ing. It's almost like having, I would say, and it sounds weird, but having a conversation in your head, but the other person actually entering that conversation. So they're answering your questions, not in your voice, but in theirs, because that's how strong the bond is between both of you, I feel. Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. And also, yeah. Quite nerve-wracking for a reader, but what a beautiful, beautiful energy nevertheless. So I'm going to have a look at your romance angels and angel answers. Like, you need to know what's going on, because both of you know. You're both too scared to say anything. Too silly, but we're all, you know, spiritual beings having a human experience, and that's what being human is. It's being scared, it's being you know, worried about things. It's knowing how to cope with those emotions. And that's how I see it, as somebody that feels things on a profound level, which is great sometimes, but navigating this life it's not good. It's not good for me. Peaceful resolution, look at that. There's that conflict over and done with. Conversations to be had. There's a no there as well for some reason. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know for Aquarius? Okay, we've got a success, and what's that? No need to worry. So we're going to take that card as well, because they've given it to you. Okay, so what do we need to know in relation to this reading for Aquarius, please? We've got peaceful resolution, heart-to-heart conversations. Who would have guessed it? Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Yes, verbalizing them. What else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? What else do we need to know in relation to this reading for Aquarius? Oh, okay. We've got a no here. What you didn't think was possible, which is engagement. Okay, it's not the gifting of rings, but it is actually speaking to the other person. It is possible. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, because you're talking about how you feel about each other. We've got success, passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, which is beautiful. No need to worry about sitting in the same energetic space as each other. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? And I think that's you opening up out of that period of just going off the radar. What else do we need to know? Pay attention to the red flags, the signs of cautioning you. So anything that was detrimental to this connection in the first instance, you're going to have to recognise that. You're going to have to own it, work through it. And that shows maturity. Trust, this situation is calling you to have faith, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Peaceful. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Highest messages. We've got children involved here at some stage. So either or. One of you either has children, or the idea of having a family together is quite poignant if you don't already have a family either side. So your love life has been affected by children. Perhaps it's the idea of creating a family together, or if you already have a family, it's introducing them to this person. How are the children going to react towards my soulmate? But I feel that there is nothing to worry. This could be the one you've already met, the romantic partner you seek. I don't even know what accent that was already. What? Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other. Your bond deepens. Release your ex. Time has come to clear your energy. What's this? A more magician energy. Calling in your soulmate, your present. Affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. Strong soul bond between both of you. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And what else do we need to know for Aquarius, please? Codependency. That's the doubting Thomas, the 9 of Swords, if ever I saw it. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Stop thinking about it negatively. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. In finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Well, there's no need to worry about that. If you feel a sense of lack in the coinage and career area, I don't think this person is interested in that. And also, look at that, playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, which is beautiful. So I'm just going to take some activation cards now. Or moon activation cards, sorry. Some moonology cards. Whoa, time to breathe out, meditate and contemplate. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? I might actually take an activation card now. They've prompted me to do that, so let's just have a look. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Anything else? Yeah. It's time to take action, surrender to the divine. You and your loved ones is safe. Like I said, there's nothing icky about this connection. So don't be so worried about what children will think. And from your activation cards. These are sacred geometry activation cards. It's beautiful. What do we need to know? Highest messages only for Aquarius in relation to this reading, please. Oh no, that's too many. I'm not taking one. One card, please. Highest messages for Aquarius in relation to this reading. Highest message. It's taking you time now. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Highest message. Oh, you're in there. I can feel it. Thank you. Allowance. Beautiful card. Look at that. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes your way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow the universe, our partner, in, oh my goodness me, see, I haven't got my glasses on, I'm having to read this. Do you know what, which is weird, I have to, how bad my eyes are now, I have to put it kind of like half a foot away from my face. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. It's calling on the universe to bring your souls together. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Aquarius, if that did resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe. Please remember to click the thumbs up button. It's probably more important than anything else. And if I don't hear from you beforehand, I will see you again in April. And I love you loads. Take care.